Welcome back. It's 6:50. Time for your morning news now. We're learning more about a Juneau County crash that left one person dead last week. 52-year-old Derek Schaefer of Pennsylvania is charged with intoxicated vehicular homicide, operating without a driver's license, and possession of THC. According to a criminal complaint, he was driving himself and a friend on I-90-94 East early Wednesday morning when he crossed both lanes of traffic and rolled several times into a ditch. State troopers found a woman dead at the scene and marijuana and open liquor near the car. A Juneau County judge has set a $10,000 cash bond. A former volunteer wrestling coach accused of sex crimes is bound over for trial. 18-year-old Brock Connolly is charged with 8 felonies, including child sexual exploitation and possession of child pornography. According to a criminal complaint, he was a volunteer wrestling coach for Sparta High School, which he graduated from in 2023. In January, he allegedly solicited nude photos from a 14-year-old and sent her nude photos of himself. Connolly is currently out on a $5,000 signature bond and is due back in court in November. An Eau Claire man is in custody on drug charges. According to the criminal complaint, 32-year-old James Schaefer sold an informant more than 87 grams of meth. He has 2 other open drug cases in Chippewa County and is being held in Eau Claire County Jail. Vice President Kamala Harris has enough delegate support to win the Democratic nomination for president at next month's convention. But with 3.5 months to go, local Democrats are refocusing their efforts in their bid to have the Badger State go blue. Some local Democrats say they're having to slow down their efforts to connect with voters as they wait for more information. Others are moving full steam ahead and are advocating for Vice President Kamala Harris right away.
All of these things that Biden accomplished, we still get to talk about because Harris is a part of that ticket.
And as many Democrats unite around Harris, they're confident that despite the late start, she can still win Wisconsin. Happening today, Milwaukee Mayor Cavalier Johnson is set to welcome Harris for the vice president's first campaign stop after President Biden left the campaign. Johnson says he's not surprised to see his party rally for Harris. He says the party's support for her means President Biden got it right when nominating her as VP 4 years ago.
That's what the vice president's job is to step in and serve as the president. And we are all blessed because of Joe Biden's forthright decision in selecting Kamala Harris. That's, I think, why you see so many Democrats coalescing around her within 24 hours of her candidacy.
Wisconsin's Democratic Party chairman stated that 89 of the state's 95 delegates will support Harris at the DNC. This will also be her 5th visit to Wisconsin this year. Failing water lines have some La Crosse homes at risk of erosion. La Crosse's Townsend Street has aging water lines breaking and leaking. Yesterday, the La Crosse Board of Public Works approved an emergency water main installation. The board says the poorly constructed aging water lines threaten to erode the hill these homes are built on, causing concern among residents.
We're not happy about it. A lot of concern. There's a lot of uncertainty. We don't want to lose what we have. We've got a lot invested in this place, and if the hill goes, then we don't have a house.
The emergency water main install will go to Common Council. The Ho-Chunk Nation Back to School Bash is providing for the needs of Native American students. The event was held yesterday at Three Rivers House in La Crosse from 3 to 6. To qualify, students had to be between the ages of 3 and 18 and at least 1/4 Native American. Eligible students received backpacks and school supplies along with some traditional foods to snack on. One of the organizers says events like these can make a big difference for families struggling to cover school costs for multiple students.
We just want them to have the benefit of having what they need. Again, it's so expensive for our families to have to go buy all these supplies. And again, multiple students. I had 6 students at home at one point. It's really hard to buy supplies for all those students. We know that our students need things, and we're hoping that this is just a piece of that. We know it's not everything, right?
The Ho-Chunk Nation Education Department and Youth Services Division hosted the bash.
All right, slightly, we are just north of a trough of low pressure here, and you can see it's kind of coming in from the northwest, diving to the southeast, and then heading out to the east. And so that means we're looking at a little bit less rainfall expected today. Temperatures will range from the 70s and the 80s 70s today, those low 80s. Once we get into tomorrow, everybody's back in the 70s, widespread with mostly sunny skies and dry conditions. Take a look at what's going to happen for you today. 82 degrees with rain and storm activity today and this evening. Then we'll go into tomorrow with plenty of sunshine on the way. Do the same for Thursday with partly cloudy skies to finish out the work week and into your weekend. Temperatures will bump up to 87 to 89 degrees. Back to you.
All right, well, I scream, you scream, we all scream for vanilla ice cream because today is National Vanilla Ice Cream Day. While vanilla might sound, well, vanilla, think again. Vanilla bean, French vanilla, Neapolitan, and dozens of other flavors just wouldn't be the same without the traditional treat. You can dress it up with sprinkles, chop it with hot fudge, or even add it to a milkshake. And remember, there's nothing plain about vanilla ice cream. Share your favorite variety on social media with the hashtag National Vanilla Ice Cream Day. Yeah, and look, we've got some vanilla ice cream with us. It's like it looks perfect. It's kind of melting. It's at that amazing stage.
I'm like,
it looks amazing. Yeah. Well, thank you for starting your morning with us on this National Vanilla Ice Cream Day. We will see you back here at noon.